Today's sponsor is Diversadyne Studios. Check out some of their new games at diversadyne.com. Today on Chautauqua Tonight, I'm sitting with Lee Harkness, the general manager of the Jamestown Train Station. And I know that was recently remodeled.
Yes.
What kind of undertaking was that?
Well, it was quite an undertaking because we actually started on the project probably 15 years ago when it was just sitting here idle. And it took us that long to get funding in place, get the work being done. And we started the remodeling process in May of 2010. And then we got hit with an exceptionally hard winter, so we didn't get the roof on like it should be and so forth. So we ended up finishing it in October of 2012.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. I was in the area filming and heard about all the work you were doing here. It's pretty cool.
And it was about well, it's a little higher than that now, but about $11 million project. And I know people will say that that's a lot of money, which it is a lot of money, but there was three things. This building was sitting here and all this new development that we have here. We're almost like a campus area here. And if we did nothing, it would just sit here. And the building is solid concrete, so it wasn't going to go away. And if we demolished it, it would cost almost as much to demolish it as it was to redo it. In fact, it could have even cost more. So we decided that the way to do it would be to renovate it, which is what we did. And now we really have at least the railroad people and many people that live in town here think we've got a spot that's really a one-of-a-kind spot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we recently filmed a scene here, and it's just amazing the work you did here and fixing it all up, and it makes more sense to put that money to use rather than to destroy something like this.
Well, yeah, and I think everybody's gotten a surprise that we're busier than what we expected, and we're doing a lot of weddings, we're doing meetings, we're doing reunions, family reunions, class reunions. And things that we're able to do things like when we did with you there when we came in, and I've got a reasonably good amount of equipment here now that we can accommodate almost everything.
Right.
So, and certainly I got a big charge out of you guys doing your court scene in here, which was really very good. So, I mean, I took some pictures and I've shown it to some people, and they really this looks like the real thing here.
That's good. That's what we worked toward.
And really, I mean, it's nice to be able to have a facility you can do that in.
So what is this National Train Day?
Okay, National Train Day was originated by Amtrak, and it was originated to point out the importance of the railroad and what the railroad does, and it's actually a national. I don't know whether you can call it a holiday, but it's a nationally renowned day of appreciation for the railroad. Cool. And they do it in a lot of places. I don't think around here, I mean, I had no idea there was a National Train Day until like 3 years ago.
Right.
And we've done it a couple of years now, and each year we're trying to take it up a notch and make it bigger and better.
Yeah, I know. I saw the flyer, and there's a ton of stuff listed.
Right.
You've got, food and events and.
Well, the railroad was instrumental and historically instrumental in the development of Jamestown, as it was with any place. So we decided to do national. Actually, I think Greg Rabb, who was president of City Council, said, there's a National Railroad Day, and I said, no, I didn't know that. So I looked it up and was reading it. And what we decided to do was just first year we just did a few things, and now this year we've got we're going to have a toy train show. We're going to have toy train sales, and so we've got them. We've got trolley number 93 out here, which was rescued from the woods, and Bob Johnson will be here with that. We're going to have our antique car club is going to be here. We've got two people that sell videos on the Erie Railroad, which was here. But then I guess the bigger part of the day is we're going to, about 11:30, we're going to have motor cars or speeders come in here, which are what they used to use for railway maintenance. They'll come here, they'll be here for an hour and a half, and people can come and look at them. Then we're going to have a steam engine with a caboose, which will come in. It'll sit here for an hour and a half, and you can ask the engineer questions about it. You can see how a steam engine runs. And then he's going to pull out after an hour and a half. He's going to pull out, and he actually brings this engine in on a truck, which they park at Faulkner. He'll take that back down there, and then the Western New York and Pennsylvania Railroad are bringing an entire train in here with a locomotive.
Oh, wow.
And so they're going to back in here with a Pullman car and a meeting car, and we have set up a cocktail party and hors d'oeuvres on the train, and it's open to the public, but it's of course limited because we're going to be on the cars, and that will go until 7:30.
Sounds like a crazy day of a lot of stuff.
But you'll be able to talk to actually the president of the railroad will be here along with the CEO, all their staff. And the other thing we decided to do was this year we were talking about, we wanted to do something special and different, so we've asked everybody to come in costumes that would have been back in the 1800s.
Okay.
And so the train crew is all going to have on tuxes. I'm going to wear a tux. The ladies will dress up, and we virtually will put a red carpet out there into these cars.
Sounds like right up my alley. I grew up loving trains, and I still have my N scale models and all that stuff. So I'm definitely coming down for something.
Well,
I mean, there's plenty for people to do.
Right.
There's something for everyone, really.
Well,
it sounds like.
I'll give you an idea on the east side over there today. We set up 50 tables for vendors. So the room was pretty full over there, and we did a toy train show here, and we used the entire building. And I think we had almost 2,000 people.
That's great, though.
So
that means that money is definitely well spent.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to better the community like it's supposed to.
Well, and it shows there's a real interest in the railroad and trains.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had a feed mill in Randolph, and we always bought our ingredients and came on the train, so I'm kind of familiar with railroad and railroad cars and how it all worked. I can remember we would be down there, and we'd have a car hominy or a car brand come in, and they would say, well, we're bringing down 2 cars for you today, and then once we got them unloaded, we would actually switch them with our pickups. And then when they were empty, we'd call and say, okay, they're all set to go. So we got an idea, and I can remember the railroad part of it, or the mail part of it, where they would hang a big mail sack on the side of the depot there in Randolph, and they'd have an arm that would be out like this, and come by and swing and grab that bag and bring it right in, and then they would actually sort a lot of the mail right on the cars, and then they were brought up here. The mail was unloaded over here on the west side, and they actually had a post office in here. And then the post office trucks were parked out on this side, and then they would take and deliver the mail around. So it was, this station was used a lot.
Right.
And as the older generation tells me that sometimes you could barely walk in here, there would be so many people in here. So the other thing that I want to mention is the Cody family reunion, which will be July 24th, 25th, and 26th. And we started that because of the Buffalo Bill poster that was found on the wall. And we had a meeting, and Susanna Cody was here, and I just said, too bad we've got this poster. We should be doing more with it. And afterwards she said, well, we do our family reunion. And this is probably almost 10 years ago. So I said, well, why don't we do it here in Jamestown?
Right.
So it's taken us a while to put that all together, but we will be doing that this summer. You'll see the whole Cody family here, which is 2,400 strong, 2,500 strong. And they have friends of the family like Prince of Monaco, Jimmy Carter, and the Roosevelt family, Buffalo Bill was personal friends with Theodore Roosevelt, and so that Roosevelt family has been invited. So no telling what's going to happen.
Right.
But they'll be here starting on a Wednesday night, and they'll be here the whole week, and they'll be here through Sunday. And they're going to end up at the World Series of Cars in Bergman Park.
Cool. All right.
And I can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
On June 12th, we will be bringing the Jamestown Jammers in on a train, just like they used to do when baseball teams travel in the old days. They all went on the train,
Right.
and so we thought it'd be real fitting this year to kick. I believe it's a 75th year off, and we will bring them here to the train station on the 12th, and they'll come in here at noon, and we'll have food and some refreshments and welcome the team, and the kids can come and get them to sign the baseball, because we do have pro baseball right here in Jamestown.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot going on this year.
Mhm.
Cool. You have Jamestown Train Station.com, where all this is.
Our website is JamestownTrainStation.com. Yes,
Okay.
and it's fairly new, so it's not where I'd like it to be, but you can get our contact information and our basic other information off that site.
Cool. All right, I'll make sure to put that in the description. And
Okay.
Thanks for talking.
Thank you. Oh, my pleasure.